Hey, what is up, guys? Neighbors here from Tuner and Eyes, and I'm doing a review on the Marvel Legends Sunfire from the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave. I'm not too familiar. I'm not actually super familiar with Sunfire. I always thought he looked cool though, so that's why I picked up this figure, and I plan on getting more of this wave. I just haven't ever been able to find it. I found this in like a Shatterstar in a Walgreens, and I was like, you know, I don't know who Shatterstar is at all, so I'm a little bit more familiar with Sunfire, so I picked up Sunfire. I want Colossus and Cyclops are the real ones I want, because I already have a Logan, so I don't really need. I already have a Wolverine, so I don't really need another one, because I got like 3 of them. But anyways, getting into his accessories, he does come with the same flaming effects as Iron Fist. These ones are just painted a little differently. There's a little bit more orange than yellow, so that's nice. And something I want to show you that I do with this figure is I take, here, I'll show you here in a second. So I have this old Human Torch like fire effect, and I was wondering if it would maybe clip onto his wrist and fit, and it does. So you can get him into some pretty cool poses. I'll have some pictures of him with this fire effect on here, because it looks pretty cool when you have it. You have to have it like kind of like he's punching something, but other than that, I think it's a pretty cool looking deal. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun actually kind of messing around with this figure. I actually think this is one of the cooler figures of this year. But nothing that would probably that's super desired. Give me a second, and I will get the stuff that I wanted to compare him to. Here I am, I'm back. What I wanted to compare him to was the Wolverine. As you can see, this Wolverine does sound shorter than this figure, as he stands shorter than most figures, so that's pretty good. Here he is compared to my, probably one of my favorite figures from the last X-Men wave, and this is the Cable. As you can see, the Cable does stand quite a bit taller than he does. And then, as per always, here he's compared to the It's Not a Phase Mom Ant-Man. And what I like about this, one thing I really like about this Sunfire is that it's the new body mold. It's the body mold they were using for the updated Spider-Man 2099 figure from the last Spider-Man wave. And this body mold's freaking incredible. This is what I hope they'll replace the Bucky Cat body mold with, because this is a much better body mold. But anyways, let's get into his articulation. So his head does move up that far and down that far. Arms move out this far. He does have a butterfly joint, so his arms can move in and out, kind of like that. His arms will rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's flexing. His wrist will rotate all the way around, and they will flick at the wrist. Alright, his ab crunch is pretty good. It goes down that far back. Waist swivel, but his belt's in the way, so you kind of gotta either move it up, move it up, and it's like that. His legs will move out that far. You can kick up this far. Upper thigh cut is also his legs won't move that far back. Double jointed knees that move in pretty good. He's got a boot rotation. His ankles move down, up. And you just have ankle pivot. Anyways, that about does it for this review. One last thing I wanted to say is just the painting on this is actually really clean with all the line work. That they with this figure in Spider-Man. I've seen a lot of bad line work done, and the line work on this one's actually really crisp and clean, especially on like the boots where like all the weird lines. It's actually really clean. I think the sculpt of his, the head sculpt came out really nice, so that's always a plus. Anyways, but does it? Like, comment, subscribe, peace out.